Hi Pisces, welcome to your April reading, your April love reading. This is Shooting Stars Tarot, and let's get started. We've had some great readings this month. All right, Spirit and Universe. What are the messages that you have for Pisces in April 2016 regarding their love life? What are the messages for Pisces regarding their love life in April? What are the messages that you have for Pisces regarding their love life in April? Pisces love life in April. This one. You are contemplating. Well, Pisces, there's a couple themes here. For starters, in your recent past, you have the Six of Cups, which is a card of looking back at good times and fun times, harmonious times with wonderful people, and just looking back and reminiscing of a time when you were really happy. So you're bringing this energy from March. Now that doesn't mean that in March you were happy and you're only looking back to March. This means that coming into April you're really reminiscing about the past, and this could be in any time frame. You're just coming into April, looking back at times when you were really happy and excited and content and just feeling fulfilled, and you're bringing that energy into April. Now, what you have as the main theme and tone of your reading is the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands is a card of a lot of thought. It's somebody that is really feels like he has the world in his hands, and he does, but he almost feels a little bit like he's missing something. But it can mean, and since this is a love reading, I am going to say this, but don't get discouraged, but it can mean that there may be no marriage possible. So you're reminiscing about something, or even just thinking about your current situation and realizing that it's just not maybe for you. Okay? And or they could be, because since this is these are wands, this could be a fire sign, and they could be or someone with fiery energy, they could be looking at the situation saying that is not going to work, or I'm glad that didn't work. But it's affecting you because this is kind of the foundation of your reading. But it is also, that's one meaning of the card, but it is also a card of fortune and magnificence. And so this man is standing up on his at the top of his castle, overlooking the valley and the water, and he has his the world is in his hands. So he's very successful, and you could be viewing the other person as being very successful too, and kind of reminiscing about it a little bit. But and it can also be a card of sadness, and not loss, but sadness, because this person has created all this, but they're still wanting more. So if this is you, or a fire sign that's in your periphery, or this, I don't feel like this is somebody else. I feel like this is you and your thoughts about a current situation. So you're coming in with lots of happy memories, and then you're thinking, but I'm kind of sad. I have all of these wonderful experiences, and I've built this great life for myself, but there's definitely something missing, or I miss somebody. So he's kind of looking back into the past and reminiscing. Okay, now what's crossing that card is the Knight of Cups. So this is definitely you, and this is definitely you. I think this Two of Wands is kind of an underlying thought and energy. And the Knight of Cups is, I keep thinking pages, but it's a messenger card. He's bringing something, okay? So something's approaching, something's arriving into your life, or you're bringing something. There's a proposition. So somebody really could be coming and offering love to you, or you could be really offering love to somebody else. You might be offering love to someone that you're reminiscing about. And if you're currently with somebody, you might be thinking, I was happier with somebody else, or this is, you're going to be communicating in some way and offering your love to somebody in some way in April, because you're reminiscing of good times. You're kind of at a standstill right now with your thoughts, but you have a lot to give, and you want to give your love, and you want to offer it to somebody. So this is a messenger card. Now, what the underlying tone of this reading is the Queen of Swords, and this is it's an air energy. She's up in the sky. There's angels and butterflies all over. There's clouds. She's definitely high. She's above the trees. But it's a very stoic energy. She's sad. There may have been a miscarriage. And I say she, but it could be, this is just the underlying energy. So there's been a loss of some sort, and you're sad about it. They may be sad too, but since this is the underlying tone, I really feel like you are having memories, and you're sad about a situation, and you don't know what to do. So you're just saying, I have a lot to offer. What's going on? Okay. Now, what's crowning the situation is the Six of Pentacles. This is a card of decisions. This is a card of choosing one over the other. Hold on, let me get my cat out of here. She is telling me that it is time to eat. Okay. Now, this is a card of giving and choices and gratification. And it's a very grounded energy, and it's almost like you are kind of evening the playing field. So, and I mean, I say you, but the playing field is being evened, whether it be somebody doing it or just the circumstances surrounding it are just going to happen, and the playing field's just going to be kind of evened out. So there may be gifts you're definitely offering. You're going to feel gratified and happy with what's going on. So I think you are happy. There's just kind of this moment of reflection that's going to be coming into April. And in your near future, you have the Five of Wands, and this is a card. I call this kind of the argument card, but not major arguments. It's almost like you're testing each other by seeing how far you can push it. So you're pushing somebody's limits, or they're pushing your limits, to see how far you will go, to kind of test. You're testing each other's commitment almost. And if you're not with anybody, or you want to be with somebody, you're kind of looking back and saying, oh, maybe they were just testing the situation a little bit. So this is your near future. There's going to be, I don't like to use the word fighting, but that's always the word. I mean, look at it. They're battling. But they're also having fun. They're out in the prairie. They're out in the field. It's like they're kind of spoofing, like an imitation fight. So it can also be a card of fighting for money and success. So you could be really focusing on work and working really hard to get to the next level in your career. That could very well be. You may be putting love on the back burner right now in April, and you're just going to be focusing on putting all your energy into doing what needs to be done at work and searching in order to attain the next level of your career. Now, what's underlying how you feel about the situation is the Page of Pentacles, or the Ace of Pentacles. And Pentacles are earth energy, but all aces are a sign of new beginnings and fresh starts. Okay? We have this angelic energy, this spiritual energy coming in from the skies and offering something. Okay? You're happy. You're content. You're just content with the situation. You're very smart and you know what's going on, and I think you're just going to be focusing on work. I really think you're focusing on work, even though this is not a work card, but it's a card of fighting and searching for success and attainment. And I think that that's really where your focus is. You're going to be kind of reminiscing about good times, and in order to, and now that I say that, I'm looking at kind of evening the playing field. I think this is going to be a card for you of, you have a lot of love to offer and a lot of love to give. There's a little sadness, but in order to get your mind off of that, to even the playing field, you're just going to focus on what you're doing. You're going to be very giving and very generous when it's needed from you, but you're going to be focusing on reaching your goals and reaching the next level. Yes. And you're perfectly content doing that. Now, that's not to say that someone isn't going to come into the picture or that someone's not there. You could just be stepping away from something for a minute and thinking. You could be wanting to see if they come back around. And in the meantime, you're just going to be doing your thing. Now, how they're viewing the situation, because it seems like there's somebody in the periphery for you, somebody important. And if you're in a committed bond, it almost seems like you're doing your Pisces thing where you just need your downtime to kind of collect all your energies and collect your thoughts before proceeding. And not even proceeding to a next level, commitment level in a relationship, just before proceeding in general. I mean, you're still going to, maybe if you're in a commitment with somebody, you're still going to be going out to eat, you're still going to be going on dates, but there's no advancement. You're just going to, during the day and maybe on the weekends, kind of keep stay low, do your thing, watch TV, relax, and just kind of hone in your energy like you need to. Pisces, they're so giving, and they're so loving and so full of emotion that they need their downtime. And you know that, and that could very well be what you're doing. So in the meantime, you're just going to be kind of going through the motions and collecting all of your thoughts. But it's okay. Nothing's wrong. You're just content doing that. Okay? Now, how they're viewing the situation, and the thing is, with Pisces, they need a lot of more downtime than people realize, I think. And so there's this person. So if someone is in the periphery, and this could be a water sign, I don't know, but if they are, there's a lot of merriment. There's social times, there's out with friends, meeting people, and you're just out having a good time. That's how they're viewing the situation. So maybe part of your downtime and kind of reconnecting is to just you're not pushing anybody away. You're just gonna go through the motions. You're gonna have a good time with them, and they like that. That's how they see it. But internally you're doing this. Internally you're doing this, and internally in your mind you've decided to do this. Okay, but it's clearly not affecting them. They're so busy doing their thing that it's clearly not affecting them, and you guys are going to have a good time, and you're perfectly content with that. Now in your hopes and fears position, you've got the Ten of Swords, and clearly nobody likes to get this card. It's the card of feeling like you've been stabbed in the back, and I think you're taking this energy with you from the past, and you're really afraid to maybe really commit and move forward with somebody, whomever it is, because you don't want to get hurt again. And you're Pisces, you're a water sign, he's laying right next to a lake, and he is just stabbed in the back and not moving. And so you're probably very afraid of taking anything very seriously at this point. You're just focusing on yourself and reminiscing about the past. And that's okay, because when you do that, you don't do it for very long. You're very resilient. You bounce back, and you definitely are a sign. You know how to take care of others, but even more so than that, you know how to take care of yourself. So you may be doing the push-pull thing where I know I should do this, but I'm going to be doing this, and I'm just going to change my mind, and I'm really going to just focus on myself. And that's okay. This is just a hope. This is just a fear. Definitely not a hope. This is just your fear. Now, in the final outcome position, you have the Three of Wands. And there's so many interpretations to this card, and they all kind of really mean the same thing. And it's really a card of enterprise and overlooking and turning your back on something and moving forward, but more so in the essence of discovering something, okay, and commerce. So I really feel in a love reading, now in a general reading, this would be he's working hard at his skill and their trade, and his feet are firmly planted on the ground. His wands are firmly planted in the earth, and they're growing, because their wands are a symbol of growth and newness and freshness. And so that's in a general reading. But in a love reading, I think what you're really doing this month is focusing on work and focusing on yourself. You're developing yourself. You're working on your skills. You're working on your trades. And there's going to be people around. There's definitely going to be people around, and you're offering yourself to them. But there's this underlying tone of solitude and not wanting to be involved with somebody very heavily. Now, if you're in a new relationship, this could scare people away, but it's okay, because you have a way of still keeping them into the relationship, but you're still focusing on yourself. And, you just might need to give it a little bit more time before you do decide to fully commit. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to say. Let's look at the oracle cards and see what advice and message that they can offer you for April, Pisces. Spirit and universe, what advice and any additional message that you can offer for Pisces in their love life in April? I also see sometimes this is somebody that might be going on a journey. Not a spiritual journey, but actually for work and, you know, kind of discovering new lands. Turning their back on where they have been and looking forward to where they're going. In life and in work. So it's not like you're turning your back on love or a partner. You're just focusing on the change and development that's happening in your world. And again, Pisces, this could be somebody. So this could be a fiery energy or a fire sign that is turning their back and focusing on their work. This might not be you. This might be the outcome of this situation is this person is deciding to focus on work, not you. But whatever it is, there's a focus around this reading. There's a whole focus of focusing on yourself, whether it be you or the other person. If there's somebody in your periphery, if you're in a new relationship, there's a focus of kind of turning away from a relationship so much and not focusing on that and focusing on yourself and focusing on work. And everybody involved is okay with that. It's not like someone feels left out or someone feels like they're being left behind. Everyone's just moving into spring and summer. Like they're just focusing on what they're doing. And frankly, it's the most attractive feature when somebody is. It's so attractive when somebody is taking care of themselves and focusing on themselves and what they're doing. It almost draws people to you. So if there's somebody in the periphery or a newer relationship, this focusing on yourself is going to make them want you more. So we're going to have to see what happens for you in May. So I'm curious because I feel like this was not so much of a love reading, and that's okay. But please give me your feedback and leave comments about this because it was kind of a specific reading. And I'm very curious if it's going to resonate with a lot of you. And if not, obviously watch your rising sign and your moon signs, even your Venus. But yeah, give me feedback because I'm curious about this with you, Pisces. All right, one more. What are the messages and other advice that you can offer Pisces for their love life and pertaining to this situation in April? All right, the oracle card I pulled was the Singer of Transformation, which goes right along with this reading. I'm going to read what the oracle book says, but clearly you're going through a transformative process and looking internally at your situation. Not transformation, transfiguration, sorry. So the Singer of Transfiguration is transformation, transcendence, and metamorphosis. It says, jackpot, this card in a reading signifies the joy of success after a time of struggle. A new way of life has been accepted and is being integrated. A sense of inner peace is growing. The struggle has all been worth it. This is a time of consolidation and joy. and is both a reward for past achievements and a time of preparation for the next climb up the path. So I think that really speaks for itself, because you clearly are in thought. You're looking back at your past. You have a lot to offer, Pisces. You do. There's some fear of being hurt. You're very afraid of being hurt again, and that's never fun for anybody to go through. But there's always a sense of not a sense of, there's always so much growth that comes from that, and looking internally and doing what you can do to better yourself, and that's really what you're doing. The good news is you're focusing on work, and you're out being social, and you're there's just a little fear of being hurt again, but it's definitely a time of transformation for you. So I think April, and I'm really curious to see what your May reading is going to be like, because especially for your love life, because after you go through time of transformation, it opens so many doors along the way, and you always just come out in a much better place. And so whether you're going to be communicating to somebody, bringing somebody back into your life, or they're going to be coming back into your life, or you're just going to go and forge a new path ahead, and you're just going to you just have so much to offer, and people know that, and people see that. And so that was your April reading. Looking forward to your May reading, and enjoy your month. Thank you so much, Pisces.